Yo guys, today we are unboxing the new Beyblade X Start Dash set. Super hyped to unbox this guys, can't wait. As you guys know, this is the new generation of Beyblades following Beyblade Burst. With Beyblade X, it features a new XTREAM gear system, which sounds really cool. Essentially, the Beyblade has a small gear for its base, known as the bit, and once that part hits the stadium wall, known as the XTREAM line, the Beyblade will then have a crazy burst of speed around the stadium, which makes Bey battles more extreme. So the Start Dash set basically gives you everything you need to start in Beyblade X except for another Beyblade. Obviously in this generation you will need the base stadium to use the XTREAM gear system at its best. By the way, quick plug, if you are looking to buy this set or Beyblade items in general, I recommend heading over to Bays & Bricks. They have a fantastic inventory of Beyblades and accessories. I do have a code, it's Beyblade Planet. That will get you 7% off your first 2 purchases. Also guys, before we start, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. You can also follow us on TikTok and Instagram. Okay, on to the unboxing guys. So if we have a look at the box, we can see a cool graphic of the blade that we get inside the set, which is Dransword. Obviously it has Beyblade X at the top of the box. You can see it's from Takara Tomy. On the side it says Start Dash. Then at the bottom shows BX-07 Start Dash set and Extreme Gear Sports. Onto the back of the box, it shows everything that's included in the set. So you get your Beyblade, you get your new string launcher, which by the way is the only way you can get a string launcher right now. You can't get a separate string launcher yet in Beyblade X. You get your launcher grip and of course your new Extreme Dash Stadium. Here on the side you can see information on Dransword and the parts that it's made up of. So we can see Dransword 3-60F, attack type and right spinning. So we have the blade and its stats. Then we have the ratchet, which is 3-60. I believe 3 is the amount of contact points on the ratchet and 60 being the height. Finally we have the bit, which is F, that stands for flat. This is the part I mentioned earlier and how it acts as a gear that connects to the stadium wall XTREAM line for extra burst of power. Over here we can see how the new point system works. So for a spin finish or survivor finish, it's 1 point. For a burst finish, and yes, these new Beyblades do burst if I didn't mention before, it's 2 points. For a knockout or stadium out finish, it's also 2 points. And then for the new extreme finish, you get 3 points. And I'll show you guys how that works later on. So that's pretty much all the information on the box. Let's open it up and see everything inside. So this is everything inside the box. I have to say everything was well packaged and it's great. So first off, let's look at the new string launcher and launcher grip. I really do like the design of both of them. They haven't changed much from Burst, which is good. The string launcher feels pretty much the same as a Burst string launcher. You can see on the launcher, instead of 2 prongs, it has 3 to attach to the Beyblade. And looking at the grip handle, it's a very cool and simple design. It does feel pretty comfortable when holding, and you can see it has an open and lock system to attach to your launcher, which is nice. So that's pretty comfortable and standard. Onto the Beyblade now. So we have Dransword 3-60F. However, this is a slightly recolored version from the starter set Dransword. Personally, I think this version looks really nice with the colored ratchet as opposed to the clear one. So looking at the blade, it's mostly made out of metal, which is cool. It has 3 contact points and in the middle it has a picture of Dransword. This definitely reminds me of Plastic Gem Beyblades when we had Bit Beast, so it's really nice to see this in Beyblade X. Moving on to the ratchet, this is the plastic piece that goes in between the bit and the blade. You can see it has 3 points. You do need to twist this part to allow it to lock to the blade. Then finally we have the bit. You can see it's almost like a hole flat at the end, so it should be fairly aggressive in battle. You can also see the gear that connects to the XTREAM line in the stadium, which I can't wait to try out. So to put this together, it's pretty simple. All you do is you line up your blade and ratchet together. It has a nice outline of where you should connect your blade and ratchet. And once that's in, you just twist your ratchet to lock it together. Then finally you add your bit and then you're done. First thoughts looking at this blade, it is fairly small and very narrow when looking from the side. Here it is compared to a quad strike burst blade, and you can see just how small it is. Finally guys, looking at the new stadium, you can see it's almost like a burst stadium, except it has an extreme dash line. You can see the pockets where you knock Beyblades out, and you can see the extreme finish pockets much larger. Overall, a really good looking stadium, can't wait to try it out. Okay guys, time for some test spins. Let's see how this blade moves around the stadium. So guys, that's it for the Beyblade Start Dash set unboxing. It's fair to say that these new Beyblades are extremely powerful. Let me know what you guys think on Beyblade X. Really hope you guys enjoyed the unboxing, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.